Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Little Potato. Welcome back to Aspera. That's right. Oxygen is still very, very high. We do still need a couple of repair drones to put down a couple of repairs on a couple of additional buildings, but we're mostly there. We've mostly wrestled control back. And it looks like, for the most part, that everything is being repaired or has been repaired in the process of being repaired. Either way, things are definitely looking really, really good. Our number of workers is increasing, and I think that it's going to be entirely possible to maintain our current state of repairedness. Sure. Our current state of repairedness, hopefully, for the rest of the game. And actually, speaking of the rest of the game, what do we need to do? We need to research this old landing site, right? So that's what we're gonna do. In fact, in order to do just that, I'm probably gonna see if I can stick down an additional landing site. In fact, no, I just need to wait for an additional landing site to be built. Where's this research base? We've uncovered literally every sector right now. Literally every sector is a go. So it's here. Yeah, okay. So it's next to a big old mountain. Original landing site. This whole breathable atmosphere thing is proving to be quite a problem. So yeah, we need to research the old landing site. We need to get the oxygen down. We need to start importing our nitrogen from, where is it? Where are we importing it from? We're importing it from somewhere. Methane asteroid, ice asteroid, crash comets. Yeah, aerobrake nitrogen asteroid. Aerobrake a nitrogen rich asteroid into the atmosphere to release nitrogen. Cool. At the same time, we want to speed up our research as well, and the whole point of doing that, or the whole, I guess, rationale behind doing that, is that we're going to be able to unlock more nitrogen releasing options quicker. So that's pretty good. This area is going to be, hopefully, very, very soon, is going to be our food assembly area. I'm going to see if we can try and move all of the colonies down here. Indeed, probably going to see if we can try and build some new colonies down here. So I think that's what we're going to do. Also, I believe, hold up. Oh, video game? Oh, video game? Are you... Oh, there we go. Okay, excellent. Okay, so this was something that was alerted to me in the comments. But if we click on the building interface, then we're able to get a nice little overview of pretty much everything, which allows us to scrap, allows us to power it. Is it a priority upgrades? You know, where is it located? Is it under repair? What's the efficiency rating? Can we upgrade it? You know, all of that sort of stuff is available here, and that's pretty darn cool, actually. I like it a lot. Look at that. We can upgrade the water extractor directly from this interface, which I think is very nice. We can actually have a look at the, what is this? The efficiency rating? I think this might be the efficiency rating. Or this is just the number. This is just the number of the buildings that we have. Okay, cool. Anyway, let's go about planning a couple of colonies over here, right? So let's get a couple of colonies. There we go. Over there. Let's get the big ones as well. We'll get the big ones as well. It's just as important that we have a top-tier water extractor over here. Top-tier water extractor over here. And then a bunch of level 2 food factories. There's no maintenance out here. We're very close to being on the line of maintenance. I suspect that this falls out with the maintenance area as well. Oh, I feel like that might just be within maintenance. But anyway, so let's get this all built. We'll see if we can plonk down a singular worker hub to sort of preside over this, if you'd like. So that's very, very nice. Don't really anticipate any delays in getting this done. In fact, this should all happen reasonably quickly. We need to just keep on expanding. Anytime that we see a deposit, if it's a big deposit, if it's a chunky deposit, 3,000 carbon, for example, right there, boom, we're gonna plant that right down. We don't want to be caught off guard again, and we want to make sure that we are throwing all of our resources after acquiring more resources. It's just that simple. Okay. So, the food factory needs aluminium and steel and glass, all of which we have. I don't think that we have a shortage of any resource, with the exception of food and seemingly electronics as well. Also, something else that I was graciously made aware of in the comments. Fission plant doesn't actually require uranium as an upcoming or as an ongoing expense. It's just a one-time dealio. So once we actually build the uranium plant, we don't need to worry about that anymore, which means I'm pretty sure the only thing that we really do with uranium is build fission plants, right? It doesn't go into anything else. We may need it for a couple of space projects, but apart from that, I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah, that's where we are. Anyway, I think the game is still a little bit sluggish because we're still working on a couple of repair operations. But once that's all done, I'm sure we'll be back to a little bit more optimal speeds. And repair operations wise, things are going okay. Things are going okay. The spaceport does seem to be taking its sweet time. Although this spaceport is working on an additional landing site, and we're actually midway through that process, which is very, very nice indeed, actually. Space elevator, doing the space mirror array, which has been going on for a long time. Additional landing site, and you're not doing anything at the moment? Yeah, you're straight up doing nothing at the moment. I mean, to be honest, we still just need to do more maintenance. I mean, it's just that simple. Another problem is that we probably just do not have enough electronics production. So I think maybe let's hit the game with a little bit of a pause right here. Let's go into mining operations and let's find a... Yeah, in fact, that's two really, really big silicon deposits there. And then after that, we're going to go electronics factory, and we're going to stick down a whole bunch of them, actually. I hope. A whole bunch of them right over here. Third one? Can we find a third one? Oh, it's so close. Sure. Okay, that'll do. We'll add a worker hub in here. No doubt that'll work. Excellent. And that should theoretically allow us to produce a few more electronics, because that is the thing that we're going to need to make sure that we keep up production of, so that we're able to continually refill our maintenance droids and our maintenance drones and whatnot. That's the goal anyway. Okay. Aluminium, we need more of, but that's okay. I've just placed down a whole bunch of, like, really, really, really big aluminium deposits on a whole bunch of really high-value aluminium locations, so that's really, really nice. Carbon mine, yep, I know I have decided to use rather a large number of level 3 mines for this process, but that's okay. We have our additional landing site. And I think I'm going to try sticking it down over here. I think that's what I'm going to do, right? Doesn't necessarily need to be right within power range, but we'll do that nonetheless. Okay, so now that that's down, we can start the process of getting this set up. 2 aluminium mines, excellent. All right. I mean, this is not really a key focus, I don't think, but it's obviously something that needs to get done. There we go. So steel factory goes over there. Cool. And we able to make the aluminium mine work? I sure as heck hope so. The iron mine should be constructible right now. It should be constructible right now. Uh-huh. You don't want to construct. You don't want to construct the iron mine. Right. Sure. Build a worker hub there? Or maybe if I prioritize the iron mine, it'll work a little bit better? No idea why that's the case. No idea why that's the case. Either way, let's see if we can do the iron mine now. Negatory. Negatory. We should have all of the resources for it. 3 aluminium, 16 steel. We absolutely do. That's very, very weird. Gotta say, super duper weird. Maybe there's something to do with the issue. There's an issue of drawing paths here or something. I don't know. This is kind of funky. This is kind of funky. If we can't get iron, then I gotta tell you, folks, we're in somewhat of a troubled situation. No, I understand your... It's within power range. And yet you still do not want to do... Oh, now you're active. Okay, excellent. Well, question mark on that one. But there we go. We did it eventually. We did it eventually. We got there in the end. So, research outpost requires what? Glass. So we probably need to get silicon up and running as well. And we will probably need a food factory as well. Okay, I think we're going to have to go down to 1x speed. At least temporarily whilst I'm building. Whilst I'm building in real time because... Boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got a lot of stuff happening. In fact, I think that my magnificent recovery... is a, blessing and a curse. Because we've weirdly ended up in this situation where... I need to prioritize that and prioritize the steel factory as well. We've ended up in this weird position where the game cannot handle the awesomeness which is beheld. Also, this is gonna get a brand new... Yep, this is gonna get a brand new base over here too. This is probably a little bit surplus to requirements, but I actually feel kinda probably is worth seeing if we can do something like this. There we go. Get that down there. And a steel factory over here too. Because we don't necessarily need to keep an eye on this lander over here. We'll need to keep an eye on this lander. Nope. Which lander? Which lander was I chatting about? This one. Yeah, we'll need to keep an eye on this one because it's kind of important for the success of the colony. We need to advance our directives. But given that we've kind of completed the game, I think we'll probably be fine. Also, this area is falling into disrepair now. Allocation. Maintenance. Maintenance. That needs to be on 0. That needs to be on high. That also needs to be on high. Prioritize delivery to... Prioritize delivery to... maintenance resources, please. We're back down to 82 maintenance drones, which doesn't strike me as particularly great. But there we go. Okay, back into 16 times speed. Back into 16 times speed. Is this all within the power area? It's not all within the power area, but we've got the fission plants coming online soon, I hope. That's a big old stack of iron right there. Start with a small mine, and then we'll bump it up to a big mine at some point later. Righty. Righty-ho. Yeah, maybe using all of these super high-end carbon mines was perhaps a little bit of a terrible idea, actually. But that's okay. Look, we'll get it done. We'll get it done. Whether we get it done and destroy half of our base in the process because of the lack of electronics, I don't know. But I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see, right? I guess we'll see. Build more electronics, please. Build more electronics, everyone. We need more electronics. Wowzers. Okay, we are still having issues. We are still 100% having issues. That's so concerning. Look at the amount of electronics that we actually need. That's just obscene, isn't it? That's just absolutely obscene. We need carbon as well over here. Let's get a carbon mine. Level 1 carbon mine. Let's do it. Over there. Cool. Alright, what about over here? Power has become an issue. Let's grab a wind farm. Right in there. Excellent. And we should still have the electronics necessary. Yeah, we've got 4 electronics. Excellent. So, I mean, like, worst case scenario, right? We have to recapture all of this area by using our brand newly produced areas. That is quite frankly the worst case scenario. I don't really want to do that again. So I'd really rather prefer if my maintenance drones, or if my maintenance drone numbers would increase a little bit. That would be excellent. But also, just in general, I would prefer if we could start making Just a few more electronics, please. That would be really, really good. Okay, the colony is up and running, which is great, but it also requires a obscene amount of power in order to operate. Which is fine, We can probably sustain... So, to say, we can probably sustain the power levels that we have. We do have batteries up and running now as well. We've got stored energy, which is quite nice, but we're not quite there in terms of power. We're not quite there. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. Okay, 15 electronics. Wowzers, that's super low, actually. That's very, very, very super low. That's very super low. And all of that is going to be... Let's get that fission plant. Let's increase the priority of that fission plant, please. That's really rather low. I wonder if perhaps I've bitten off more than I can chew. Have I called this a recovery too early? We've definitely got access to all of this infrastructure, but there's a lot of damaged stuff. There's a lot of damaged stuff that still needs to be repaired. Yeah. Sincerely, that could end up coming back to bite me in the bahookie. I don't know about calling it this early. Yeah, okay, interesting. Right, not operative. Let's throw down a wind farm. Good stuff. Let's get that up and running. Have we got a carbon mine over here? We do. Aluminium mine, iron mine. Excellent. So that's looking good. What about over here? Collision research is coming along nicely, though. So that's also pretty good. This is looking very, very fancy. We should build a maintenance facility. We should build an electronics factory. Yep. Yep, we should build an electronics factory. We should build a polymer factory as well. Polymer factory will not require chemicals to build, but will require chemicals to operate, and also carbon. So let's get down a chemical plant. There we go. And then we should get down a parts factory as well. Prioritize the electronics factory. Electronics factory should have all of the resources needed to operate. Should do, I believe. And then the parts factory as well will get up and running. And then I think that's pretty much all that we really need in order to throw down the maintenance facility here, which is obviously required. Obviously required so that the area doesn't fall into disrepair, which it already kind of is. Wow, things just fall into disrepair so darn fast on Mars, don't they? They really, really do. We're still moving electronics everywhere that need to be moved, but it's just taking a long time. It's taking a long time. It's taking a long time to get our electronics set up online here, irritatingly. Yeah. Okay, prioritize the electronics factory. Prioritize the electronics factory. Prioritize the silicon mine. Prioritize this electronics factory. And prioritize this aluminium mine as well. We get that up and running, and we'll be in a good place. Another part of the problem is that this Hyperloop station is probably just a little bit far away to be that useful. You know? So, maybe another station, another stop on the Hyperloop Express down here would go a long way. I suspect that it probably would. But, you know, we're putting in a significant amount of investment into this area in order to hopefully reap the rewards long-term. But short-term, we're going to feel the pain, for sure. We're going to feel the pain. Absolutely, categorically. But as long as we can keep this area up and running and fully maintained, then we will have no issues. We will have no issues supplying all of the electronics that we could possibly need later down the line. Right. Speaking of disrepair, this area is falling into disrepair. It seems to be on fire. It seems to be on fire. Is fire a common occurrence? Is fire a common occurrence in this oxygen, well, I was going to say oxygen-rich environment, but it's actually an oxygen-pure environment. That's all that it is. That's all that it is. It is only oxygen and literally nothing else. Literally nothing else. Let's do this. Let's do that. Yeah, I wonder if the horrible atmosphere is contributing to the fact that my buildings have got like a life expectancy of about 5 minutes. Probably, I guess, the speed at which I'm playing the game is not doing any favors, but Yeah, I wonder if the oxygen does actually make a difference. Pretty interesting to note. There we go. Okay, so that's up and running. We'll get the electronics factory going. That's cool. How's this area doing? This area is probably all working accordingly. Maintenance facility needs power. The amount of power that maintenance facilities need. Oh, boy. It just doesn't stop, does it? It just doesn't freaking stop. Right, my lander is here. Do we have the electronics? We've got the electronics and the steel to build a solar farm. A wind farm, even. We could build a solar farm if we wanted to. We'll build a wind farm. We'll prioritize that. Yeah, let's get that done. And we'll get aluminium moved over here as soon as we extract some from the ground, which may take a little while. In fact, you know what? We should also build an aluminium mine over here as well, if we can. And that aluminium mine has already stopped working. Is it because it's on fire? Is it because it's on fire? No, it's just garbage. It's just garbage, and it's just stopped working. Okay, we'll scrap that one, and then I guess we'll build on this new source over here. That's kind of cool. Alrighty. Oh no, no. Wind farm. Delete this wind farm. Delete this wind farm. Instead, move the resources to this aluminium mine, please. Yeah, prioritize the construction of that aluminium mine. And also destroy this parts factory. Yeah, I really would like the aluminium to go to the aluminium mine, please. There we go. Okay, so we get the aluminium mine up and running, then that's fine. Then we do it in this order, where we create the wind farm. What the heck? Where did the aluminium go? We didn't stick it into an electronics factory, did we? Video game, have you just screwed me? Have you just screwed me here? I think you may have just screwed me. I would really appreciate the additional... Alright, am I gonna have to... Okay, I'm gonna have to deconstruct the chemical plant in order to construct an aluminium mine, in order to construct the wind farm, in order to power the maintenance facility, in order to maintain the entirety of the factory. Can you believe that? There we go. Okay, aluminium mine is up and running. Great. Now we can go back to the wind farm idea. Excellent. No maintenance. That's probably my bad. Okay, aluminium mine is working overtime. Excellent. So, maintenance facility is almost ready to go. Maintenance facility is almost ready to go. 45 electronics. 45 electronics. No doubt these electronics are mostly in places like this. Okay, that's a horrible example. But presumably they will be around here. I need to get a maintenance facility, and that maintenance facility has not been built yet. We do have polymers. And we just haven't moved them across. But we will. We will, no doubt. Okay, this area is probably going to be fine, but we may need to get another wind farm, which I will do real quick. There we go. Just in case, you know. Just in case. We're still mining aluminium, which I hope is going to be enough. Yeah, we got plenty of aluminium. Plenty of aluminium, plenty of electronics, plenty of everything, actually. Prioritize building that wind farm. Excellent. Good stuff. And then the maintenance facility will no doubt follow. We might have to prioritize a few bits and bobs, but that is fine. Okay, it looks like we're still... Yeah, looks like we're still in a complete state of chaos over here. But that's okay. We're working on pumping out... We're working on pumping out as many drones as we possibly can in as short a time as we possibly can. Yeah. Okay, our power situation has also been fixed, probably because there are so many buildings that are just sort of offline now in terms of power. We're holding roughly steady in terms of droids, although we've reached a peak and then we've sort of slid from that peak, although thankfully it's only like 40 drones. And I think, honestly, as long as we're able to continually just output a whole bunch of electronics over here, then we'll be just fine. That's what I kind of hope. That's what I kind of hope. It's either that or, I mean, we're not fine. And then if that is the case, then then that ain't good. That ain't good. That ain't good, not even a little bit. Let's actually deconstruct that silicon mine. There's no real necessity to do it. Getting 2 carbon mines up and running at the same time, thought twice about that. Colonies, gonna actually scrap these colonies as well. Let's instead just try to worry about maintaining 1 colony at the moment and prioritize the construction of that maintenance facility so that we can have a local location to build more drones. If we're building so many electronics down here, we're probably incentivized just to build a whole bunch of maintenance facilities down here anyway, and then just set up the ability for them to just sort of fly all around the base. Kind of like what we did in the core of the old new base, the you know, the one that I'm talking about, the original base, the OG base. Okay. So we do this. Costs a bunch of electronics in the short term, right? To get 5 brand new facilities up and running, but it'll hopefully allow us to get more long term. And that goes here. And that goes in there. Wind farm needs to be prioritized as well. Okay, good. Electronics are on the increase. If we can repair more stuff, then we can keep more stuff alive, which means that the traffic is gonna be better long term as well. Okay. Cool. Cool. I think we're in a good place. This area down here, as I've already said, is very, very important for the future of the colony. If we're able to make it work, then we're able to make it work. Power as well is a big concern of mine, and we need to probably get on top of it if we can. All right, maintenance drones are working hard over here. Excellent. This is looking good. This is looking good. Chemical facilities, that's looking fine. Right, now what we need to do is we need to try and get a worker factory down here before our worker dies. Which, probably gonna happen at some point fairly soon. Parts factory, worker factory. I think that's it, right? Everything else we've got. We've got a glass kiln over here. We don't have a glass kiln over here. We should get a glass kiln over here. We should get a glass kiln over here. Functionally as soon as we possibly can. We definitely have a glass kiln over here, and in fact I think we've got most things that we need over here. Maintenance facility is producing droids. Structural integrity is low though, and continuing to drop. Worst case scenario is that we have to rebuild this. If we do have to rebuild it, it's a little bit irritating, but it's okay. We've got all of the ingredients that we need here, I think. It's just taking a long time. It's just taking a long time. Taking a long time to do. But we'll get there. We'll get there in the end. I think the oxygen-rich environment is... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that fire is a big problem. I've got to imagine that fire is continuing to be a big problem. Yeah, okay, so our buildings being on fire is happening fairly regularly, apparently. Don't love it. Don't love it. But it is what it is. Are we seriously going to run out of structural integrity before we're able to finish this? Oh, we totally are, aren't we? Oh, I hate that so much. Okay, scrap this. Rebuild the maintenance facility. Right. Go, 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 go. Go quick. Go quick. Go as quick as we possibly can. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that flammability is what's happening to us here. Can I try and maybe get a nitrogen asteroid? I have no idea how long this is going to take. Aerobrake nitrogen asteroid. It's going to take a little while. It's going to take a little while. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay, yeah. Flammability, eh? Flammability. I guess maybe there is another way to look at this. Maybe we should try and increase CO2 in the atmosphere. I don't know where all of this oxygen is coming from, though. Like, genuinely, where is this oxygen coming from? I don't think that I have any oxygen generating facilities. Look at this. We're still in a state of total disrepair over here. And also, we need a lot more power over here as well. Okay. Prioritize. Yeah. Okay. It's not good. 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 I should probably queue up a couple of fission plants over here as well. It just takes a lot. It just takes a lot to build a fission plant, you know? Okay. So, at worst case scenario is that we maintain... Stop. There we go. Worst case scenario is that we're not able to maintain all of our outcrop, and we have to sort of condense very briefly, perhaps, to this area. That is looking more and more likely now, just given that we're not able to maintain... We're just not able to maintain everything. Can we shut down some colonies? Can we shut down some colonies? I feel like the colonies are very, very difficult to maintain at a time like this. Colony needs output, needs input. Yeah, shut that down. And that'll probably bring a little bit of power back. We still don't have enough food, do we? We still have nowhere near enough food. Got a couple of people that are departing from here. That's actually okay. That colony's doing fine. Okay. But the great news is that electronics-wise, we are doing just fine. We are doing just fine, and that is very, 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 we're doing very, very well for electronics, and that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, fission plant, prioritize, fission plant, prioritize, fission plant, prioritize as well. Excellent. Okay. Good. So, we're still managing to maintain a pretty high number of workers. Looks like all of these maintenance facilities have been fed what they need to be fed. Why are you not operational yet? You should at least be making drones. You should be making drones, unless, of course, we haven't connected up this area. Huh, okay. This area is still unconnected. Right, we need to get that maintenance facility prioritized. In fact, even placing it down might allow the drones to spread out a little bit. I think. No, it won't. I mean, it doesn't particularly matter. It doesn't particularly matter. We just need to go. We need to go. And then we also need to build a spaceport over here because I'm about to start nitrogening the environment with as many different meteorites as I possibly can. I figured that if we can't save the main base, then, you know, we need to do what we need to do over here. And we need to do it fast, because if flammability is indeed causing all of the problems that I think it's causing, then we are incentivized to just do it as fast as we possibly can, right? Like, the more speedily that we get our butt in gear, the better we are, really. I mean, either way, there's still a lot of latitude to save the rest of the base. I'm not writing it off quite yet. Not by a long shot. Look at that. Okay, there we go. Immediately dispatching all of the drones. Presumably these drones, or these maintenance facilities, will now start to produce, if they've got the resources. You're not producing. For some weird reason. Needs input? I don't think it does need an input. Probably just power that we need, right? Either way, that's why we're working on the fission plants down here, so that we can always maintain a high level of power in this specific vicinity, because, I mean, power is just being drained from the rest of the base. What a sort of ping-ponging effect we're seeing here, eh? It's kind of crazy. Wind farm. Are we out of power again over here? Alrighty, well, another wind farm. It might just be the ebb and flow of wind. In fact, I would wager that that's probably what we're seeing over there. This area is just a nightmare. Oh my god. Maintenance facility is rubble. Have we run out of workers over here? I think that we might have just been a smidge too late on the worker operations over here. Yeah. Okay, so I think that that's exactly what happened over here. We just weren't able to mobilize fast enough to get the workers down. That's that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We're gonna need to concern ourselves with a similar state of affairs over here very, very shortly if we're not able to get on top of this. Okay. Prioritize the building of the wind farm, please. We should have more than enough resources. We almost have more than enough resources. We're close, but again, you know, we gotta expect this drone to die at some point. And the fact that drones die kind of sucks. Kinda sucks. But that's okay. Right, again, we're having power supply issues down here. It's because it's all on one big central network. I know. I should probably disconnect them at least, right? If I disconnect them though, then another area of the base is gonna have serious concerns, or serious issues, should I say? This area, you know, for as much as it is a pain in the backside to deal with, is producing literally everything that we require at this moment in time. So you know what? Let's fix the power plants up. Let's get them sorted. There we go. That's 200 of our power deficit gone already, and we're going to continue to push that up. Maybe with an additional couple of nuclear power plants down here as well. Just keep on building them. Keep on building them, right? Let's get 3 more. I mean, we've got all of the electronics that we could possibly need in this vicinity to build them. So as long as we're able to make a little bit of steel, a little bit of aluminium, all of which we know we can build, or we can extract here. We have, you know, a lot of high value aluminium veins over here. We should be completely fine. Okay, I need to aero brake many nitrogen asteroids right now. Our research probably, yep, has slowed to an absolute crawl. Huh. Can I not do more than 1 asteroid at a time? A methane asteroid? Crash a comet? Let's do that. Let's crash a comet. Let's crash a comet. I mean, I'd rather have CO2 than O2 in this moment, right? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you rather have CO2 than O2? Area's a disaster. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Oh, goodness gracious me, the game is very, very sluggish. The main reason that we still have a base is because of these little offshoots, right? So if we get the offshoots right, then we'll be just fine. I am full of confidence that these maintenance facilities will be able to get up and running very, very shortly indeed. Is the fact that they've not been prioritized the problem? Maybe the fact that they've not been prioritized is the problem. I suspect it probably is. You need to be prioritized as well, polymer factory over here, because you are very important. There we go. Prioritize that maintenance facility. That fission plant is already prioritized. We'll almost have all of these other fission plants up and running very, very soon indeed. This spaceport is seemingly working on nothing. But I thought that I gave it a mission. But apparently I didn't. Okay. 114 electronics. Goods. Good. I mean, look. Positives, right? Positives. Humans are going to find it very easy to breathe. Very, very, very easy to breathe. Presumably. I don't know if that's how it works, but I feel like if it's not, it should work like that, right? Okay, a little bit more uranium. Excellent. A little bit more of everything. Oh, we're so close to getting all of this up and running. Yeah, we are very, very close. 172 traffic. That's good. That's good. We got loads of workers. Loads and loads of workers. It's just about the drones. It's just about the drones. Just about the maintenance drones. And getting everything repaired. Okay, look. Looks like we got this area repaired. Very, very nicely indeed. Okay. This area is still a little bit spotty, but that's okay. And then presumably it's just a matter of... yes. So, yeah, because the maintenance facility has fallen into disrepair over here, means that we can no longer spread the drones out. But everything over here is fully repaired. Everything over here is basically fully repaired. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, that's actually surprisingly good news. Actually surprisingly good news. We'll need to deconstruct this maintenance facility, and then we'll need to rebuild it, which is no great hassle, because we can definitely access it. Because we can still use the hyperloop, which is pretty excellent. So we probably will see a couple of these maintenance drones. A couple of these maintenance drone numbers build up. At least that's the hope. That's the hope. Are we able to build all of the drones that we need to build? We need more electronics. We need more electronics, and we need more silicon. And we have the silicon. We just need to get it delivered. Right. I think that we've got a... Do we have a parts factory down here? We have a parts factory up here. And we've got a worker hub over here as well. Let's throw an upgrade over there. And let's throw an upgrade on that parts factory as well. Let's throw an upgrade on that electronics factory. That aluminium mine definitely doesn't need it. Either way. The ebb and flow. The ebb and flow of progress, right? The ebb and flow of progress. We're totally fine for power now, which is excellent. Polymers, we're good for. Electronics. What's this graph looking like? What's this graph looking like? I bet you it's crazy. I bet you it's crazy. Okay, potential demand. Potential demand is high. Production has never ever met. Production has never ever met demand, really, at all. Or production has never met potential demand, and production needs to meet potential demand if we want to fix it, if we want to fix it properly. That's basically it. Okay, loads and loads of fission plants over here. This is probably the most secure area of the entire operation now, which is wonderful. We've got plenty of maintenance facilities. We're maintaining. Water extractor can be decommissioned. Yeah, we've got plenty of maintenance facilities over here. Very, very nice indeed. Let's deconstruct this maintenance facility, and then let's reconstruct this maintenance facility. There we go. Excellent. And that should be fine. I'm hoping that by the time we actually get round to deconstructing that, all of these maintenance facilities will be working overtime to produce a whole bunch of drones. How's my asteroid crashing operation going? Probably not great, given that the spaceport needs more electronics. I need to find SP00. Is that the original? Is that the OG spaceport that I built? How's this area looking? This area is looking pretty good. Needs worker hub. We can build a worker hub. We can build a worker hub there. Sure. Okay. This area is looking good. This area is looking excellent. That's fine. Okay, so we'll be able to expand this area out in no time at all, no doubt. So that's very, very exciting. Prioritize that. Excellent. Okay. SP00... SP001. That's number 3. Crash Comet. Oh. This is the other comet. Okay. We got a lot of comets. Where's our original lander? This one. Okay. Let's prioritize this. Because I guarantee you finding one tiny bit of electronic to stick into this would be very, very easy to do. And given that it doesn't matter if a spaceport is in a state of disrepair, we might as well throw our one measly bit of electronic in there. Number of workers that we've got, still fine. The number of repair drones that we've got is climbing. It's climbing rapidly. It's very, very good. Very, very happy with that. So that's nice. Just find the last bit of electronics, please. Find the last bit of electronics, and we'll be grand. That's all that we require. Okay. So that's good. That's good. I don't even know. I don't even know why I thought that high levels of oxygen would be good for me. It means that it's absolutely taxing our maintenance drones. And we are maxed out on maintenance drones over here. We are very, very maxed out on maintenance drones. So I need to bring this maintenance hub up online basically as quickly as I possibly can. Right, solar plants. Right over there. Right over there. Excellent. Build that solar plant, please. And then, don't think that we necessarily need to power it, but we need to rebuild this maintenance facility over here. And then that should be grand. And that should allow the complete mobilization of all 121 of these drones. The good news is that now that we've got this sort of grouping of maintenance facilities down here, I'm hoping that we're going to be able to maintain that pressure of just constant repair, which is very, very exciting indeed. This colony needs food. These food factories need to be upgraded, and to be honest, they need to be prioritized as destinations for water. We have water being produced right here. Chemicals, I don't know if we have chemicals being produced nearby, but we can build a chemical plant. Build a chemical plant right next door. That's a huge deposit there, actually. So that's good. Did our one... Oh my goodness, it's laggy. Did our one bit of electronics get delivered to the colonist migration? Did our one bit of electronics get delivered to the spaceports? It didn't. It didn't. Although there's a bit right there. There's a bit right there. Just deliver the electronics from the stockpile to the pending resources, and we're sorted, right? It's just that simple. Okay, maintenance facility is looking good. We'll get that built with one last bit of steel. Solar farm, we just need more electronics. Electronics are not reserved for construction purposes at the moment. If you'll recall at the beginning of the episode, I actually allocated them 9% to construction projects. The vast majority are for maintenance drone and worker drone maintenance. So it's very important that that remains the same. Otherwise, we will again fall into a state of disrepair. The good news is that rather than being completely isolated this time, a couple of drones are still operating in the base at large, which I think is okay. You know, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Yeah, I'm completely okay with that happening. Still haven't managed to find a last freaking bit of electronic resource for this spaceport, but I'm sure that's fine. Okay, we're close to the collision, actually. We're making some good progress on research. I don't know how we're still doing research, because that should not be allowed, but apparently it is. Right, in other news, we need a source of power over here, so let's also go for one of those. Solar farm, excellent. Prioritize the building of that solar farm, please. And that will get us into a good position as well. Wonderful. Okay. It's coming together. It's coming together. It's coming together slowly, but it is coming together. We've got as many drones as we can possibly get over here. You know what? Let's get more drones. Let's get more drones, right? We're not gonna regret getting more maintenance facilities over here, are we? That is ridiculous. I'm never gonna regret that, I don't think. Go. So what is that? Like a whole bunch of additional maintenance facilities. It's going to cost a lot of electronics, a lot of steel, and a lot of polymers, and it's going to consume them in the short term. But in the long term, we're able to get this all up and running really, really, really fast. That chemical plant could probably do with an upgrade, giving it a little bit of prioritization as well. Prioritize supply to that colony. That food factory is fine. And that water extractor is already at level 3, so already working overtime. But that is fine. Okay, solar plant is up and running. That means that all of the drones over here should now be dispatched, or in the process of being dispatched to repair the rest of the colony. Excellent. Okay, so this is exactly what we wanted to see happen. This is exactly what we wanted to see happen. Whether we're going to be able to maintain the same levels of repairedness. I hope that we are. I hope that we are. I sincerely hope that we are. But it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be very, very challenging indeed. The thing is that we just need more and more and more and more and more drones. And that's all that we're going to need. So we have drones now working to repair literally every building in this area, as far as I'm concerned. Now it's all going to get reconnected. Everything is going to come back online, and we'll see this second wave of drones being dispatched to try and repair some of the massively unwieldy amounts of stuff in this area. But it's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking fine. What are we at? 110 drones, 195 workers. I will say, I'm quite surprised that we were able to maintain as high a number of worker drones as we have done. Was kind of not anticipating anywhere near that number going forward. I thought that our issues would really be compounded by the fact that we would have a relatively small number of workers, but that hasn't really materialized. So that's kind of great. Needs input. We need polymers. I mean, honestly, getting additional polymers kind of important, but I think that we're fine for polymers. To me, to be honest, at this moment in time, the polymer factory over here is doing a pretty darn good job. The power situation is in flux, even with all of my additional fission plants. Not happy about that, but that is what it is. Yeah, the game is it's slow, very, very slow indeed. Have we got this freaking nitrogen asteroid? We're working on it. We're doing 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 it. Which is really, really nice indeed. Space mirror array. Space mirror array is actually almost built. I don't know if that's gonna help make an atmosphere or whatever, but that's kind of fun. Okay, so this area is being sequentially repaired. Always, always, always being repaired. Hopefully they repair some power plants so that we can actually get a little bit of power back. We're back down to a low number of maintenance drones, but those maintenance facilities now are able to draw from a much larger number of worker drones to refill them, which I hope is exactly what happens. Yeah. It's looking good. It's looking good. Our prospects are looking up, folks. They really, really are. Okay, electronics production, potential demand. Still, we're not even coming close to that point there. Food as well. I mean, it's pointless really to look at food. It's not really a great. It's not really very responsive to supply or demand. It just is. It just is what it is. Anyway, folks, we're gonna wrap this old episode up right about now. I feel like not much happened in this one. However, we've actually made some great progress in just properly solidifying our dominance over the planet, and this 100% oxygen level is definitely going to be fixed next time. Thank you as ever to the fantastic Patreon supporters, patreon.com/openpotato. Thank you to Banana, Nananasi, Senpai, and Aurelio for being the $325+ tier patrons. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye.